Hello students, this is Akshita, your educator. I welcome you all on the platform of Global Online. As we know friends, for UGC NET 2024 Paper 1 preparation, we have come up with a complete series where we are discussing the whole syllabus of Paper 1. In today's session number 3 of Logical Reasoning, we'll be talking about the direction sense topic. Now, already we have conducted two sessions, session 1 and session 2, based upon the direction sense. There I have covered all the basics regarding direction sense. And in today's session, we'll be discussing questions based upon it. So, as we know, students, we have already discussed each and every point of the syllabus from the basics to the advanced level. Along with this, I'll be sharing you lots of important tips and tricks. At the same time, if you want to join the complete course of Paper 1, then you can simply contact us on this given WhatsApp number. The course fees for the Paper 1 is 2,400 rupees, which consists of the following features. Full syllabus video lectures will be provided to you. Topic-wise practice MCQs, full syllabus notes which are easily downloaded through your mobile phone. Full syllabus mock tests are also provided in 5,000 plus MCQ question bank. Daily live lectures are conducted in Hindi as well as in the English language. Students, new batch will be started now from next Monday, that is 27th of May 2024. So you can join this particular batch by contacting us on this given WhatsApp number only. At the same time, to access the free videos of our educators, you can install the global online application. Open it, you will find such type of interface where there is an icon named as store icon. Click on it. In the my courses page, search for the course, open the course, you'll find such type of overview. In the content section, there are free demo videos k folders available over here. Okay, so without any further ado, we will start the practicing session of direction sense. This is the question that we have already discussed yesterday. Let's start with the question number 2. What is mentioned in the question? Before starting or before solving this question, simply draw this diagram. This diagram helps you a lot to maintain your accuracy, as I have previously also mentioned in your previous sessions, correct? So here look now, what is given? A man walks 5 kilometers towards south and then he turns to right. First of all, let us consider that this is the starting point of that particular person. Starting point. Okay, from here he started to walk 5 kilometers towards south. So as per this primary diagram or primary direction mentioned in the above reference diagram, south side is the downward side, right? So after walking for 5 kilometers, he then turns to right. We have learned if a person is moving or person is facing south in south direction, then our right hand side is his left hand side and our left hand side is his right hand side, correct? So now he is moving to right, it means he is moving actually to left direction. Okay, so this is the left direction, sorry, he is moving to right, it means he will move to the left direction, correct? So this one is the right for this person. This one is the right direction for this person. This is the starting point A. This one is point B, and here he has moved to right and walked for now 3 kilometers. So let's consider this is 3 kilometers. After walking 3 kilometers, after walking for 3 kilometers, he then turns to which direction? Left direction. Yes. So now as per this diagram, the person is moving in this direction. It means he is moving in west direction. And when a person is moving in the west direction, his right hand side is the upper side and the left hand side is the lower side. Correct? Do you agree with this fact? Yes. So here he is now turning to left. It means he is moving downwards and he is walking for 4 kilometers. So from here to here, the point C to point D, this one is 4 kilometers. Again, after walking for 4 kilometers, he goes back to 10 kilometers straight. 10 kilometers straight he is going, student. Now try to understand the question. He goes back. He goes back. It means, student, he was walking in which direction? He was going in this direction. It means he was walking in the south direction. Now he is going to turn back. It means he is going to actually take a U-turn from here. Okay, it means he's going to take the reverse turn or a U-turn from this particular point and he's going to walk straight 10 kilometers. Okay, so if I consider that from here he has taken a U-turn from point D and he started walking and he walked for 10 kilometers. He walked for how much kilometers, students? 10 kilometers. So from point D to point here, okay, this direction. Let us consider this is point P1. Okay? Let us consider this particular point to be P1. So from D to P, this particular distance is how much? 4 kilometers. And from point P till here, the distance is how much? If this is 5 kilometers, AB is 5 kilometers. So point C to, for example, P2, the point will be also how much kilometers? 5 kilometers. So this is how much? 5 plus 4, 9. We want extra one more. Why? Because he is walking 10 kilometers. So suppose if I take till here, then point D, for example, this is point X. This complete distance is how much? This is 10 kilometers. Now what is asked? In which direction is he from the starting place? In which direction he is facing? Now yesterday we have seen two questions. If it was asked in which direction the person is facing, then answer would be what? He is moving in this direction. It means he is facing in north direction, right? The answer would be north. But is the answer north? No. Why? Because here they have mentioned the reference point, that is the starting place. They have asked you in which direction this person is facing with respect to the starting position, correct? Now where is the person? Here the person is standing, okay? The complete distance is of 10 kilometers. This is suppose, for example, end point. So they have asked you in which direction he is from the starting point. So what you will do, students, here? They have asked you with respect to the starting point, hence draw this primary diagram on the starting point. Okay, this reference diagram on the reference point. Okay, so north, east, west and south. So as per the reference point, the person is sitting in between or standing in between north and west direction. So northwest is the correct answer for the given question. Moving ahead. A child went 90 meters in the east and took for his father. Then he turned right and went 20 kilometers. After he turned right and after going 30 meters, he reached to his uncle's house. If his uncle was not there, he went 100 meters to the north and met his father. Now this question is quite big, but this is very easy question. Okay. First of all, again, draw the reference diagram. Okay. Just a minute. This one is north. East, west and south. Okay. So what is mentioned here? A child went 90 meters in the east. For example, this is the starting point. Okay. He is moving where, students? He started moving east. East means which direction? This one. Correct? Do you agree with this, as everyone? Okay, fine. This is 90 meters. So this is the starting point A. Till here, for example, this distance is 90 meters. After moving east to look for his father, then he turned right. Now from here, from east, he is turning right. We have seen if a person is facing in the east direction, the right hand side is the downside, correct? Or the lower side. Okay, so he's going to walk again for 20 meters on the lower side, that is 20 meters from point B to point C. Later on, after this, he turned to right. Again, he turned to right. Right means, student, now person is moving downwards. It means he is moving in the south direction. And when a person is moving south direction, our right hand side is the person's left hand side and our left hand side is the person's right hand side. Now this particular boy is moving in the right direction. It means actually he is moving in the left direction and he is walking for 30 meters. Let us consider this distance to be 30 meters. Okay, and then he reached to his uncle's house. Now here is the uncle's house. So I'll draw a small house over here. This is uncle's house. Okay, after this, his father was not there now, students. At his uncle's house, his father was not there. Then he started from there. He went 100 meters into the north and met his father. Now this is which direction? This one is west direction, correct? Now from his uncle's house, there his father was not there. So simply he went in the north direction to meet his father. And how much did he cross? He crossed almost 100 meters. So from here to here, the distance is how much? If the distance from B to point C is 20 meter, then this distance will be also 20 meter. From where? From uncle's house D to point E. Okay. Again, you have to draw how much meters over here, student? 80 meters, correct? Suppose this is 80 meters. Okay. Now what is asked? Here he met his father. Here he met his father. What is asked? How far did he met his father from the starting point? How far did he met his father from the starting point? From the starting point. Now, how to solve this question? Okay, look here, students. For example, this distance from uncle's house to point C, that is from point D to from point C, it means the distance DC is how much? 30 meter. Do you agree with this? Okay. If DC is 30 meter, then point EB will be also how much? From point E to point B, the distance will be also 30 meters. Yes. We know the total distance from point A to B is 90 meter. We got the distance 30 meter. Can we find the distance AE? Yes. 30. If I subtract 30 from 90, I'll get 60. So AE is how much? 60 meters. Okay. So here we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Why? Because we have to find the distance. Suppose, for example, this is point P. Okay. We have to find the distance AP because they have asked us how far did he meet his father from the starting point. Okay. From the starting point. Now this is the keyword. So to find distance AP, we know the distance of AE, it is 60 meters. We know the distance of PE, we can find it simply. Look here, this distance was completely 100 meter from point P to point D. The distance was 100 meter. Okay, just slowly look at those points. Point P se leke point D tak. What was the distance? 100 meter, right? So DE distance was 20 meter. This is not necessary, but I'm explaining you. So PE will be how much? 100 minus 20. Okay, so this will give me 80 meters. So I got 80 meters for PE. So just simply solve the question now using the Pythagoras theorem. Look here carefully. Here is one triangle. Can you see this? Triangle APE. Just let me locate this. Triangle A, triangle E, sorry, triangle A, E and P. Point A, point E and point P. Okay. So here in triangle A, E, P, which one is hypotenuse? AE is the base. Okay, this one is base. Later on, here PE is the height. P is the height and your AP is the hypotenuse. As per the Pythagoras theorem, if I apply the Pythagoras theorem in triangle AEP, you will get the hypotenuse ka square, that is AP square, is equal to AE square plus PE square, AE square plus PE square. So AP will be equal to under root of AE ka square plus PE square. So what is the value for AE? The value for AE is 60 meters. So 60 square plus 80 square. Sorry. So this will give me how much? 60 into 60. Under root of 3600 plus 8 8s are 64. 2 zeros. Okay. So if I add this together, I'll get total value is equal to under root of 10,000. So what is under root of 10,000? That will be your answer. Simply 100 is your answer. So under root of 1000, it means 100 meter is your answer, or the distance of AP. Everyone, I hope you have got this question. This question was quite lengthy, but it was very easy question. Okay. Moving ahead with the next question. If you have any kind of doubt in the previous question, you can simply ask me in the comment section. Okay. Later on, a man walks 5 kilometers towards south. Now look here. Let's draw the primary diagram or the reference diagram for the primary direction. Okay. This one is north. This one is east. west and south. Okay, you might be finding this quite boring, but these things are necessary, okay, to follow. A man walks 5 kilometers towards south. Let this be the starting point. Okay, from here he started his journey and move in the south direction. It means he's moving in the downwards direction. He walked for 5 kilometers. Then he took right turn. Now, whenever a person is facing in the south direction, our right hand side is his left hand side, our left hand side is his right hand side. So here he is moving in which direction? Right direction. He's actually moving in the left direction for us if we consider it. Then he turns to the right and walk for 3 kilometers. He walks for 3 kilometers. Now let us consider this distance till here is 3 kilometers. Okay, he started from his journey from point A, went to point B, moved to the point C. Later on, he turned to left. He turned to left. Now, first of all, try to understand he's moving in which direction. He's moving in this particular direction. It means he's moving in west direction. So, for west direction, the person's right hand side is the upper side and left hand side is the lower side. He's moving in the left direction. It means he's moving in downward direction. Suppose this is the direction and this much is distance from point C to point D is 5 kilometers, correct? Because he walked for 5 kilometers. Now what is asked to you in the question? In which direction is he from the starting place? Again, reference point is given to you. Are they asking you in which direction he is facing? If they had asked you, then the answer would be south. If they had asked you that the person is facing in which direction, or in which direction currently the person is standing, then the answer would be south. But they have given you the reference point. Which is that reference point? The starting place. So they have asked you in which direction is he from the starting place. It means we have to draw this reference diagram on the starting point. If they had asked you point B or point C, you would have drawn this reference diagram on that particular point. Okay, this one is north, east, south and west. Okay, so here if you look at the end point, it lies actually in between southwest. It lies in between southwest, so southwest is the correct answer for the given question. Please try to understand the difference between these two questions. Okay, moving ahead with the next question. A man walks 2 kilometers towards north. Chalo, again the reference diagram. This is north, this one is east, west and south. Suppose this is the starting point of the journey, point A. Okay, he walked towards north. The person is walking towards north. It means he is walking in the above direction simply. Okay, 2 kilometers from point A to point B. The distance is of 2 kilometers towards north. Now he is turning to east. East is, it means in which direction, student? As per this diagram, here in the right hand side. Okay, he walked for 10 kilometers. After walking for 10 kilometers, he again took the turn to north side. It means again he is going to move in the upward direction. Okay, and he's walking for 3 kilometers. So let us consider from point C to point D, the distance is 3 kilometer. Okay, this distance is 3 kilometer from point C to point D. Okay, again now he is taking turn to east direction. East, it means, students, as per this diagram, again in the right hand side and walking for 2 kilometers. How far is he from the starting point? So students, I have told you two statements which are important. One is how far he is from the starting point, as mentioned in this question. How far is he from the starting point? Or they'll ask you to find the shortest distance between starting point and end point. Starting point and end point. At that time, whenever these two statements are given into the question, simply try to use Pythagoras theorem if it is applicable. Okay, try to use the Pythagoras theorem if it is applicable. Now look here, if we look at this particular figure, here is point A, here is the end point. If I try to connect these 2 points, okay, I'll get two two triangles, two different triangles. But if I try to connect these 2 points again from point, for example, this point is P, from point P to point B and from point P to point D, if I try to connect these particular 2 points, then I can get one single triangle. I can get one single triangle, which is that triangle, look here. Triangle A, P, for example, this is end point E. Can you see this triangle? Suppose this is 90 degree. Okay, can I apply the Pythagoras theorem over here? Yes, I can apply. Just look at the figure carefully. Okay, here comes a triangle in frame. One is point A, the other one is point P, and the other one is point E. And this triangle is supposed to be like this. Okay, triangle APE. So if I look at this triangle carefully, the side PE is actually the base of the triangle. Okay, and side PA or AP, this is your height, and the side AE is your hypotenuse. This one is your hypotenuse, correct? So these are the three different sides of your triangle. So here can I apply the Pythagoras theorem? Yes. Before that, I need to understand the given values over here. Look here, students. Side AB. The side AB is how much? 2 kilometers. But if I look at this particular point, point D and point C. Point D and point C. This is how much? This is 3 kilometers. If this is 3 kilometer, can I take PB also 3 kilometer? So add PB plus AB. You will get this complete value of AP. So the side AP is how much? 3 kilometers plus 2 kilometer, 5 kilometer. And here, if side BC, okay, is 10 kilometer, then this will be also 10 kilometer, no? Which one? PD. P se leke D tak. This will be also how much? This will be also 10 kilometer. So if I want to find the total PE, can I add this together? 10 kilometer plus 2 kilometer, this will give me 12 kilometers. So I got the value of PE, which is equal to 12 kilometer, PA, which is 5 kilometer. We have to find the side AE. So apply the Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. That is hypotenuse square, that is AE square, is equal to base square plus height square, that is PE square plus PA square. Okay, so AE will be equal to under root of PE ka square plus PA ka square, right? So this will give me the value that is equal to under root of, what is the value for PE? 12 square, plus the value for PA is 5 square. This will give me under root of 144 plus 25. 5 plus 4, 9, 6 and 1. 169. Square root of 169, it means 13 is the correct answer for the given question. Option number B is the correct answer. Got it? So this is how you can simply solve the question. Students, whatever the questions or the pattern of the statements that I have explained you from the last two session and this particular session number 3, इसके बाहर का एग्जाम में कुछ नहीं आने वाला, trust me. Now you can solve all the PYQs based upon this. Okay, moving ahead. This is an interesting question. Okay, two cars start from the opposite places. Okay, two cars, they are actually starting from the opposite position of a main road, which are 150 kilometer apart. The first car runs 25 kilometer. First of all, just let's decode the first statement. Look at the first statement carefully. There are two cars. Okay, and these two cars are opposite to each other. It means, for example, here is one car. Here is car 1. Okay, and here is the other car, car 2. Okay, car 2. These are in the opposite direction. It means this is gonna take this is gonna go in such a manner in the journey. Okay, both are actually gonna like simply meet each other in the journey and then they'll continue it. Okay, so first of all, what is given here, that both the cars are 150 kilometer apart from each other. It means the point, sorry, if I connect these 2 points, that is the distance between car 1 and car 2. This total distance between both these cars is 150 kilometer. Now what is happening in the journey? Look here. First car is actually taking a run of 25 kilometer. The first car is running for how much kilometer? 25 kilometers. So for example, this is the first car from here till here. Okay, let us consider this is point A, point B. This total distance is 25 kilometer. After traveling for 25 kilometer, now the car is taking right turn. Always remember you have to keep this diagram. Okay, so that you will be able to solve it. Okay, now after taking the run of 25 kilometer, the car is moving in the right direction. For example, just look here, this car is moving in this particular direction, it means it is moving in east direction. So as per the east direction, the right hand side is the lower side, correct? So this car is now actually going in or moving in the downward direction for 15 kilometers. After traveling for 15 kilometers, again the car is taking turn to the left. First of all, try to decode the car is moving in downward direction, it means it is moving in south direction. So for example, a person or a car who is facing south side, the right hand side of ours is their left hand side and our left is out their right hand side. This is the thing that we have discussed multiple of times now. Okay, so this is moving in right left direction over here, it means actually it is moving in right direction for us. So for example, from here to here, that is from point C to point D, the distance is again of 25 kilometers. This is done for car A. Now for in the meantime, okay, simultaneously, due to the minor breakdowns, the other car has only taken a run of 35 kilometers. Now here the second car has actually taken a run of only 35 kilometers, students. So from here till here, let the distance be 35 kilometers. What they have asked us to is find the distance between the two cars at this point. They have asked you to find only the distance between the two cars. They have asked you to find only the distance between two cars. Instead of writing it upside, if I write it downwards also, there will be no problem. Look here. Instead of taking here, I can simply take here also now. This is car 2. For example, this is car 2. And the journey for car 2 has started from here. That is, let us consider from here, not here. Just a minute. From here, okay. It has covered, this is car 2, okay, this is car 2. From here till here, they have covered distance of 35 kilometers. They have asked you the distance between both these cars. Now you have to find this particular distance, x. Okay, PQ. The distance DP is the thing that you have to find out. Okay, the distance between the two cars. Now how to find this? First of all, figure out this distance, that is from A till point D. The distance between AD. Okay, now you know the distance between PQ. This is, for example, distance between PQ is 35 kilometer. Okay, you know the total distance, it is 150 kilometers. The total distance is 150 kilometers. From that, the PQ is 35 kilometer. What is the distance of AD? 25 kilometers plus 25 kilometer, that is A से लेके B तक का distance and B से लेके D तक का distance. If I add this both, I'll get the distance of AD, that is equal to 25 kilometers plus 25 kilometers. It means total is 50 kilometers. Okay, now I got, look here students, this is point A, this is point B, okay, this one is point D. The distance of AD is how much? 50 kilometer. 25 plus 25, okay. The distance from point P select Q, this is how much? This one is 35 kilometers. And I know the total distance here. The total distance from A to Q is how much? It is 150 kilometer. So from 150 kilometer, if I subtract 50 kilometer and 35 kilometer, I'll get this distance. Do you agree with this, everyone? If you have any kind of doubt, please do reply me in the comment section. Okay, I'll reply to each and every one of your doubts. Now I'm taking this recorded session. It doesn't mean that your doubts are not resolved in the session. I'll take it separately. Okay. So here, look at this figure. The total distance is 150 kilometers. If I subtract 50 kilometer and 35 kilometer from 150, I'll get the total distance between these two cars. Okay, or the distance of DP, from point D to point P. So this will give me 150 minus 85. Okay, so this will give me total is equal to 65 kilometers. So the answer for this given question is 65 kilometer. Option number A is the correct answer. I hope you have got this question. Moving ahead with the next question. Now this is the question that you have to solve as a homework and let me know the answer in the comment section. Okay, so this was end of the session, students. Thank you for joining it. If you like the video, please hit the like button and let me know in the comment section. At the same time, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe it. Thank you for joining session. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.